A dramatic escalation is unfolding across the Middle East as tensions between Iran and the United States reach a dangerous new phase, marked by intensified missile strikes, drone warfare, and mounting casualties. What is emerging is not just a series of isolated incidents, but a coordinated and sustained campaign that is reshaping the region's security landscape. The conflict has drawn global attention after footage surfaced allegedly showing a ballistic missile strike on a U.S. military installation. The video, reportedly recorded from a helmet-mounted camera worn by an American soldier, captures a moment of sudden chaos. A flash lights up the sky, followed by a thunderous roar and a powerful explosion that sends shockwaves through the base. In the aftermath of the blast, confusion and fear spread among personnel. Amid the smoke and debris, one voice cuts through the chaos. Is everybody okay? You guys all right? Everybody okay? An unidentified U.S. soldier. The urgency and uncertainty in that moment reflect the intensity of the situation on the ground. While the exact location of the base in the footage remains unclear, the broader context suggests a widening theater of operations. Iranian forces have reportedly launched a large-scale offensive under what they have called Operation True Promise 4, targeting multiple American military sites across the Middle East. These attacks span several countries, including Iraq, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia. According to emerging reports, more than 17 strategic locations have been targeted, including high-value facilities such as the headquarters of the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet in Bahrain and the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, one of the largest American military installations in the region. The scale of the operation indicates a deliberate attempt to degrade U.S. military capabilities across multiple fronts simultaneously. Analysts point out that such a strategy aims to stretch defensive resources, disrupt coordination, and challenge the United States' ability to maintain operational dominance in the region. Early assessments suggest that the attacks have caused significant damage. Several bases are reportedly either severely compromised or rendered temporarily unusable. Facilities in Kuwait, due to their proximity to Iran, appear to have sustained particularly heavy damage. A key focus of these strikes has been radar and satellite infrastructure. These systems are essential to modern warfare, providing real-time intelligence, surveillance, and targeting capabilities. By attacking these eyes and ears of military operations, Iran appears to be attempting to blind U.S. forces and reduce their situational awareness. The human toll of the conflict is also becoming clearer. According to statements attributed to U.S. defense sources, at least 13 American soldiers have been killed, while more than 300 have been injured in the attacks. These numbers, if confirmed, would mark one of the deadliest phases of direct confrontation between the two nations in recent years, but the impact extends beyond military installations. Iranian strikes have reportedly targeted U.S. embassies and critical energy infrastructure, including oil and gas facilities. This broad targeting strategy signals an effort to increase pressure not only on military operations, but also on economic and diplomatic assets. One of the most significant developments is the reported disruption of the Strait of Hormuz, a vital global shipping route through which a large portion of the world's oil supply passes. Any sustained disruption in this corridor has immediate implications for global energy markets, potentially driving up oil prices and affecting economies worldwide. Despite ongoing air campaigns involving both Iran and Israel, Tehran appears to retain substantial strike capabilities. This resilience suggests a well-prepared and deeply layered military strategy, combining conventional missile systems with asymmetric tools such as drones and proxy forces. One of the most concerning incidents involves a high-value U.S. military base in Saudi Arabia. Reports indicate that a major strike at Prince Sultan Air Base resulted in the destruction of advanced aircraft, including E-3 Sentry airborne warning and control system planes. The E-3 Sentry is a critical asset in the U.S. military arsenal. Often described as a flying radar, it serves as an airborne command center capable of tracking aerial threats and coordinating complex operations across vast distances. Each aircraft carries a price tag approaching $1 billion, making any loss not only strategically significant, but also financially substantial. Images emerging from the aftermath reportedly show one such aircraft split apart, its fuselage severely damaged and burned. The loss of even a single AWACS platform represents a serious blow to the United States' ability to monitor and respond to threats in the region. A retired Air Force officer highlighted the gravity of the situation, stating the destruction of the E-3 Sentry AWACS is a very serious matter, and it deals a blow to the U.S. military's ability to assess what is happening in the Gulf region and maintain situational awareness. John Venable, retired U.S. Air Force colonel, in addition to the AWACS aircraft, reports suggest that KC-135 refueling planes were also targeted. These aircraft play a crucial role in extending the range and endurance of combat jets by enabling mid-air refueling. They also serve secondary roles, including medical evacuation and surveillance missions. One reported incident involved the downing of a KC-135 near the Iraqi-Jordanian border, allegedly resulting in the deaths of 6 U.S. service members. If verified, this would represent another significant escalation, indicating that Iranian-aligned forces are capable of striking not just fixed installations, but also airborne assets. The KC-135 fleet, while aging, remains a backbone of U.S. aerial operations. With hundreds of these aircraft still in service across active-duty National Guard and reserve units, their vulnerability raises concerns about the sustainability of long-range operations under current conditions. Another striking claim involves the use of low-cost drones to destroy high-value targets. Iranian sources have suggested that a Shahed-136 drone, costing roughly $20,000, was used to destroy a U.S. aircraft valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. The Shahed-136 is a loitering munition designed for saturation attacks. It flies at low altitude, has a relatively small radar signature, and can travel distances of up to 2,500 kilometers. These characteristics make it particularly difficult to detect and intercept, especially when deployed in large numbers. This highlights a growing trend in modern warfare, the increasing effectiveness of inexpensive, expendable systems against costly, high-tech equipment. The asymmetry in cost and capability poses a significant challenge for traditional military doctrines. The broader conflict, which reportedly began escalating on February 28, appears to be rooted in retaliatory dynamics. Iranian strikes are being framed as responses to earlier actions by the United States and Israel, creating a cycle of escalation that is becoming increasingly difficult to contain. Beyond the battlefield, the geopolitical implications are profound. The Middle East is once again at the center of global attention, with the potential to influence international alliances, economic stability, and security policies. At the same time, developments in other parts of the world continue to intersect with this crisis. Global trade dynamics, shifting alliances, and strategic maneuvers by major powers add layers of complexity to an already volatile situation. What is becoming clear is that this is no longer a localized conflict. The ripple effects are being felt far beyond the immediate region, influencing global markets, diplomatic relations, and security calculations. As events continue to unfold, the need for accurate, timely, and contextual reporting becomes more critical than ever. Understanding the interplay between military actions, political decisions, and economic consequences is essential to grasp the full scope of what is happening. This moment represents a turning point, not just in the relationship between Iran and the United States, but in the broader architecture of global security. The choices made in the coming days and weeks will likely shape the trajectory of international relations for years to come. In the midst of this uncertainty, one thing remains certain: the world is watching closely, aware that each development carries implications far beyond the immediate headlines.